Hey guys, Miss Erin here. So this week we were learning about like all sorts of things that grow in our garden. So we're talking about plants. We'll do a little bit of talking about pollinators. So you're gonna want that roots, stem, and leaf packet I gave you guys, or I'll attach it today. But let's just read this all together, and you guys can read along with me. Okay, roots and stems and leaves. Oh my. Plants have different parts just like we do. We have arms, legs, a heart, and lungs to help us survive. Each of our body parts has a certain job to do. Plants have different parts, each with its own job to do. They must have roots, stems, and leaves. Each part of the plant must do its job so the plant can stay healthy and grow. So I'm sure you guys already knew that, but let's go into a little bit of detail about each of the plant parts. So roots. A plant's roots grow under the ground. The roots help the plant hold in the soil. They also take in water and nutrients, which the plant turns into food. Plants have different types of root systems. Some plants have fibrous roots. Fibrous roots have many branches and spread out like the branches of a tree. Plants that have fibrous root systems include grasses, corn plants, wheat, and many other crops that farmers grow. Other plants have taproot. This is a single main root that grows straight down. The taproot has smaller branches growing off of it. Examples of plants that have a taproot are carrots, radishes, and turnips. All right, so let's think. The next one is stems. So that's like that middle part growing from the root. The stems grow upward from the roots. It holds the plant up and carries the water from the roots to the other parts of the plant. Secondary stems, called petioles, grow from the main stem. These petioles have leaves growing on them. Sometimes we eat the stems of plants like celery and asparagus. Leaves, you guys know what the leaf is. The leaves of a plant make the food the plant needs to survive. The water and nutrients that we're taking in by the roots move upward through the stem to the leaves. The leaves take in sunlight and carbon dioxide from the air and convert the nutrients to plant food. This process is called photosynthesis. We eat the leaves of some plants, such as lettuce and spinach. All right, and then the last little section. Fruit, flowers, and seeds. When a plant receives the proper amount of water, nutrients, air, and sunlight, it produces flowers. The flowers usually grow on the stems. When the flower dies and falls off, it leaves behind a fruit. The fruit contains seeds. Fruit that we eat includes apples, oranges, watermelon, and tomatoes. Sometimes we let the seeds dry out and use them for food. Things like corn, peas, and beans are examples of seeds that we eat. The seed is the part that grows a new plant. If we plant a bean seed, we get a plant, just like the one we made, the seed. All right, so that's like some pretty good information about plants. And then since we just learned about the parts of a plant, you're gonna wanna go ahead and label this. And then it has some more information down here for you to read. So a plant has roots which keep it in the ground. The root takes in water and minerals from the soil. So this is just a review of what we just read. Above the ground is the main stem. It holds up the plant and carries the water through the plant. Secondary stems, or petioles, grow from the main stem. These stems have leaves. Green leaves make the most of the plant's food. The flower of the plant produces fruit. Inside the fruit are seeds. These seeds produce new plants. So you can color this picture. So let's work from the bottom. What would this be? Give you guys a second. Yeah, root. So this is the root. Growing out of the root, we have a, number 5, stem. Okay, and then this arrow here is pointing to that secondary stem. So you're gonna wanna label that petiole. Here's the what? Fruit. And here's the seeds, right? So the seeds grow in that little pea pod. And then this is kind of hard to tell, but it's a flower. So This is what produces the fruit. So go ahead and label that, and then you guys can color it, and then we'll work on our next little craft.